Hello, beautiful souls. It is Solita again with another video. Um, as you can see, my face, I don't really look as happy, but I'm not gonna hide it, nor will I make my videos as if everything is peaches and cream every day. That's why I don't make videos every day, because I realize that it's fake of me to do so. I only like to make the videos when my heart is totally in it. You know, the Lord have given me a mission to share my story, which I always reiterate is very hard for me to do because it's personal and I don't like people knowing my business. But I know that what I've been through is so much that someone else either going through it or have been through it too. And we're all here to help each other. So I'm here to share my experience. So today I want to talk about feelings, and the reason why I want to talk about feelings and why the Lord put it on my mind to talk about feelings is because for the past 6 days I have not been feeling my greatest. For the past 6 days I haven't even dropped a video, because to me it's not even about just dropping videos. It's about actually wholeheartedly helping somebody. So I don't do this for the sake of fun. I do this because it needs to be done, and everyone needs love. Everyone needs to heal. I want to talk about feelings and what are they. Now, I know that feelings is a state, or it's a state of emotion. It's like how can I put it from what I read in the dictionary? Because I didn't write it down, but it was a simple thing. It said a state of emotion or action. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on it. You can look up what feelings mean. But I was asking, what are they? And we're going to use the word emotion as basically what feelings are. Now, one thing that I've learned about feelings is that they're going to come regardless if they are good, bad, whatever. You have feelings towards people, places, and things, you know. So yes, it is an emotion. It's a reaction to something. What I've learned about feelings is that when there's nothing else, that's all you kind of really have is you and your feelings. When all else fails, and even if everything else doesn't fail, it's still you. And I'm in a situation where as though it's just me. Meaning, of all the people and things around me, even my own children, at the end of the day, I'm always brought back to myself, to the center, to where God is, which is within. So I'm back in this place, and it's not feeling so lovely. It's like I'm being blessed with people not being in my life no more, with distractions being removed. Why I should be feeling joyous, it's hard for me to feel completely joyous every day, because I still got to sit in my reality and love on myself in a way that I never done before. Like, even looking at myself in this camera, I see who I've become, but I'm still learning who this person is, you know, because I could look like everybody else. I could look like super hot stuff. But the reason why I choose not to look that way is because when I looked that way, I attracted all kinds of people. But the part that hurt me the most was I was attracting lustful people. And that bothered me. Like, I don't want nobody lusting over my body. I mean, I've been here 32 years, just always want people to see me for who I am. But the whole time, all I had to do was see me for me. So I've been in my feelings for 6 days. I've been angry. I've been sad. Like today, I felt myself almost cracking. And God was like, no, Solita, go ahead. No, Solita, go ahead, sit there, write your thoughts out. I know that everything is coming down on you all at once. I know that you're going through so much, but you can push through this. Haven't I gotten you so far? don't give up now. And and I still wrote down my notes to this video because I was having little thoughts before then, and I couldn't get through because of the children and my responsibilities and stuff and priorities. So I was like, okay, I got somebody to keep the kids. Let me go get some air. That's what I need. I need to get out the house. And once I started walking, I started to feel the ease of my mind. Like, I started to feel some sort of peace, because I know it's not completely there. Now, this self-love journey, this spiritual journey is not easy. People will sugarcoat how things can be. I will not sugarcoat anything. You cannot always expect everything to be peaches and cream. I do find beauty in the storm. I have learned that even in suffering, even when we be like, Lord, please take this from me. Well, I did that for 10 years. The Lord would not take it from me. He removed certain stuff, but he wouldn't take it from me. And now that I understand why he didn't take it from me, it is that very thing I asked him to take from me. The Lord is getting the glory in all of this. Like, I'm just so happy, like I'm smiling now to make this video, because I was just crying and whining about 30 minutes ago. And I was mostly doing it because I didn't even see myself in this moment feeling happy to even make a video. Like, even though right now I'm not as confident, I will not hide it, I will not lie about it. And it's nothing that I can say I'm not confident because of other people. Most of it is because of the lies and the mental prison I was in. So slowly but surely I'm getting my confidence back. And because if I wasn't, would have never made a video from the beginning. But I'm sharing that with you, and I'm letting you know to embrace your feelings regardless if they good or bad. Now, the thing about when they are not good feelings and good thoughts, right? Get away from people. Go sit in your room. Go do something. Go take a walk. But allow yourself to feel them feelings, but don't go around people feeling it. And even if you can't get away from people, go in the bathroom for a few seconds if you at work. But I'm just saying, because you don't want to bring that bad energy around others, nor do you want to make them pay for something they didn't do. I think that's really evil, to be mad about something or at someone else, but you're taking it out on innocent people. Take your anger out on yourself then, if that's the case. What else did I write down? Do not run from what you feel. When you run from what you feel, you can do that by like watching TV or doing anything to distract your mind from just completely just hearing yourself. People do that by going around other people or listening to music or burying themselves in work. Don't run from your feelings. It's a reason why you need to feel what you're feeling, because sometimes in the midst of feeling anger or sadness and stuff, when you ask yourself why you feeling it, and you honest with yourself with why you are feeling it, then that is the moment you tap into that feeling. And when you understand that feeling, you can move on. You can operate in a different way. Now, do not act on those feelings. Like, just because, say, like, you're so in love with them, but they don't want you. Just because you're in love with them and you love them, you have all these good feelings, don't mean go chasing them. Because trust me, when somebody wants to leave you, allow them to leave. It may not feel great, but allow them. Have some self-respect, have some integrity, have some dignity. Let them go. You can still love them from a distance, but let them go if they want to leave. You cannot hold people captive. You cannot act like it's billions of people in this world. Why be so pressed over one? That person is not God. Like, what is wrong with you? I know sometimes we get in situations where we don't want to let people go. And I'm a prime example of that. I ain't want to let somebody go. I ain't want to face the truth. I knew what was going on about a lot in my life. I was just in denial. That's the worst state to be in. But when it started attacking me spiritually and physically, mentally, I knew it was time to let go. I knew it was time to let go people and places and things when it takes me away from God. You have to let go things that take you away from God. Because the further and further you get away from God, the harder it is to come back. It really is. Because God will allow you to suffer. He allow us to have that free will. He allow us to make choices. And even whether it's good or bad, it's still a consequence behind that choice. So when you choose things that are outside of God and you get further and further away, He gonna allow you to go through that. And it's not that, I know I keep saying He, and I said I'm not gonna put gender or anything. And it's not to make other people comfortable. When I say He, I'm just talking about mankind. That's when I say He. I know how everybody got their own perceptions of things, but for me, I don't want to be saying something I know nothing about. All I know is the presence that I'm rewarded with and the voice that I hear and things like that. And to me, it's not, I explain that another time. I don't feel the need to do all of that because I know how people can be. Everybody has an opinion, but there's no fact about opinions. Now, that's a fact. But an opinion is an opinion, someone else's perception. You do not have to agree on this channel. We can agree to disagree. This is a place for freedom of speech. This is a place of nothing but positivity. So that's all I'm inviting here. Allow yourself to feel the emotion. And what does that emotion say? When you allow yourself to feel your emotions, I need to stop moving. I'm sorry, y'all. You have to allow yourself to feel your emotions and listen to what it's saying, because sometimes when you're feeling that emotion, it will tell you specifically what you're doing wrong or what you can do better or what you can do to change it. Be honest. Call it what it is. Like, if you think that person did you wrong and that person, if you think they a hoe, ask for forgiveness for saying it. Not saying you should say it. But I'm going to honestly tell you a situation where though somebody made me so angry because I put up with so much that they've done, and I'm a forgiving person and forgive until just one moment I just called them everything. Not in their face. I didn't do that. But everything that I felt in that moment, I was honest with God about, and I was telling God how I didn't like how I felt, but I was honest to say how I felt. And in that moment, I felt free, because a lot of the anger that I'm experiencing is the anger I held on to for years, for years. The one thing that people seem to find weak about me is my strength. That's the funny part. See, the world is so backwards, it teaches people not to feel. Like those parents that tell you better shut up before I give you something to cry about. I don't want no punks. Listen, if you got a son, don't ever tell your son don't cry. We got enough, I can't even say that word, but we got enough of that mess out here now. I don't teach my son that. I allow all my kids to cry. Feel every emotion that you feel. Because when you learn to feel every emotion that there is to feel, you learn to embrace it. You learn to deal with it in so many better ways. And then also you become so self-aware. So when those feelings arise in unpleasant situations, you do not act. Like I said, you do not take action just because you feel. You cannot move just because you feel. You have to sit in those feelings first. And once you sit and understand those feelings, then you can move. Like if you upset, don't go willy-nilly smacking people. I had to learn that. You just be angry and remove yourself from situations that will lead you from God. You don't have to prove to everybody that you're not a punk. I had put myself in a position to almost lose everything before from doing that one simple thing. When I realized, why am I trying to prove to them that I knock them out? They know I will. I know I will. So with me knowing that, what do I have to prove? I didn't prove nothing to nobody. The only one that I have to prove myself to is God. I have to prove my worthiness. Prove that I'm capable of staying on this walk. The Lord don't have to prove anything. The Lord did enough when he give you air to breathe. The moment you open your eyes, that's it. That's proof in the pudding right there. Acknowledge it. Understand why it's there. Why are you angry? What led you up to that anger? Was it you being passive? Were you being a doormat? Were you forgiving but taking no action to remove yourself from the people that keep repeating these same offenses towards you? Ask yourself, why are you feeling and what you can do to change it. Ask God to aid you in the change. Do not be upset if there is no immediate answer. And sometimes that answer is simply within you when you don't get that immediate answer. Now, what I can say is God is not a machine. Sometimes I ask questions and don't get an immediate answer. Most of the time I find those times to be the times that God want me to go within and me to do the work myself. Sometimes we can go to God and just be asking so much of the Lord that we shouldn't even be asking him for, because the Lord has put so much inside of us that he expects us to move. He expects us to get so in touch with ourselves that we don't have to run to him for everything. Now, there's nothing wrong with praying about everything, but it's not good when you praying and you not putting any action into it too. I kept asking God to give me the tools to remove myself from a situation, but he took me back to a vision in 2017 when I decided to leave a job. Now, the position that I was led to was a great position that most normal people would want, but I know the Lord has more in store for me, and the way my mind think, that was very small. Yeah, people, that's a good job, you get paid every week. The benefits, to me, excuse my language, but F those benefits. It still didn't align with who I am. It did not align to where I'm going to nothing. I am more than working these little petty jobs and getting these benefits at the hands of somebody else who get to go home and lay up and do whatever they could do while I'm up here slaving. So I had a different thought about it, and I wanted to get away from it. And the Lord, he said to me, the same way you got in it is the same way you get out of it. So that's when I came up with a plan. I think I said this in one of my last videos. I came up with a plan, and I wrote down them plans, and I took it to somebody I shouldn't even have took it to, but I still took it to them, because I was trying to make sure that everybody in my life that lived in my household would benefit from it. And and it worked. It went in my favor. And then it's like, as the years went by, this is like, again, I'm being met again for the second time with another choice and being required to make the same action. But this time it feels a little harder, because I don't have all that I used to have. Some things were removed because it was best that they be removed from my life. Those things had to go. Those things no longer serve me a purpose. I have outgrown those things, those people, those places. So therefore, being on a new level now is new devils. And all I'm going to say is this. Make the best of your life. You only get one, and there's no point in going through unnecessary things. There's no point in crying to God about every little thing, because a lot of things that happened in my life I did not choose, but it happened, and it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. Because if I had not been in the places that I've been, or done the things that I've done, or been who I once was, I would not be standing here today making this video. I used to ask God, why you using me though? Even though I asked, I said, there's nothing special to me. Why are these people being rewarded? Why are these people living their best life? What am I not doing? And it's the choices I was making. Yeah, I was making choices. Some was good, some was bad. Some choices I didn't even know what came with it. But once I made that choice and what came with it was there, it was like, okay, you asked for this. You put yourself in this position. Now remove yourself. Stop asking me to do it. You know, the only time I could say when the Lord intervened in this was so that I could be here to make this video. So that I could be here and speak to you how I was once on a road to destruction. And I wanted somebody and something so bad that he allowed me to have it. Like he removed it from me, but I wanted this so bad. So when it came back, I thought it was from God, but it was the devil. I've noticed how every moment that I've been this close to my breakthrough, he would send that temptation back to me. And I recognized it this time. But no one defeats me. Nothing can stop what the Lord has for me. You know, sometimes, for these past 6 days, I was putting myself down. Feeling like, who am I to even give anybody any knowledge about God? But I am somebody that can give it. God don't expect everybody to go to no college or no school to learn. I'm not trying to be a preacher, but all I'm trying to do is share my experience, just so that somebody else who needs some type of help can tap on this video and get some insight. You know, I really care about people and where your soul's going. I really care about helping. I wish somebody was there for me. I wish somebody had reached out to me and told me it was going to be okay. I wish somebody that even when people was telling me no about something, that they had a real reason to say no. Sometimes I wish I did listen to my intuition back then. You know, but it's no time to cry over spoiled milk. You know, because every day I'm always met with emotions that I don't want to deal with. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm where I need to be. This is the place that humbles me. You know, I'm just really excited to even be doing this. I wanted to do this a whole year ago. I wanted to share my talent, my other gifts, but the Lord said, no, I want you to use that one gift you'll never use. And it makes me so emotional because I'm not sad. It makes me so emotional because I would have never thought, you know, I thought the Lord despised me. You know, people for forever always try to tell me I'm evil and I'm this and I ain't nothing evil about me. I do not but speak the truth and give to people and be there for people. And at this very moment, people still try and use me, you know? But the Lord is using me to help them. And I don't want to help them. I really don't. But the God in me is like, you got to, though. Some people like really that lost. You know, the tears I've been crying for the past 3 months have been of joy. I have nothing but gratitude to God for just removing me from one of the darkest places that I would not ever want to be in. From removing me from a place that I do not even wish my enemy to be in. You know, because I was being spiritually attacked. And I had no idea. And the moment it was revealed to me, the moment the truth of everything I went through was revealed to me, it was devastating. You know? It was. But I still got the strength to keep going. It didn't stop what I'm doing. I mean, it could have easily made me not want to do this. But it fueled me. It just made me want to do this. You know? Like, it's people out here that's in abusive relationships, mentally, emotionally, physically. And to you out there who don't know how to get away, to you out there who you know you really need to go and you can't understand why you can't go, please take it to God. Please watch this video. mean, it hurts just thinking about it. You know, it just hurts really knowing how I was, how confident I was, and how I looked, and how, I mean, it's not even just that. It's like when you have a full death of yourself and you be made new, and then you gotta learn this person, and then you gotta understand this person and understand why that person had to die. You know, nobody know this person I am now, and I'm okay with that. Who I am now, I invite new people who match my frequency. New people, not even to elevate me, we can elevate each other. I embrace everything that the Lord is doing in my life right now. You know, because sometimes it look like ain't nothing going on, but I watched everything change so fast. Like it's been 2 years, and all this time I was thinking there's something to come, and like, y'all, the Lord gave me a home. And I know a new one is coming. I mean, people used to just tell me to get out. Do you know how that feel? When you know you ain't doing nothing wrong, you're doing everything right, and people just so jealous. But I understand now. All the attacks, all the times I felt alone. And I mean, I'm crying on this camera. It's so embarrassing, but I'll be embarrassed doing God's work. I don't care. I mean, they made me feel awful. You know, I don't forget nothing nobody say and do. I be wanting to, but I naturally just don't forget. That's how I call myself like a elephant. I don't be wanting to remember stuff. It just be there, and it shows up at the right time. You know? But I'm happy, because can't nobody control me. Can't nobody do nothing to my spirit. I always been 10 toes down. I mean, I was supposed to end this video and started my next one. But I'm just so proud of myself. I'm just proud of myself. I never give myself any type of credit, but the Lord said, pat yourself on the back. I don't have people I can go to. Not my mother, not my father, not my grandmother, not my grandfather, not my siblings. It's only to an extent. I don't go to people no more. I go to my God. I go to my God for everything. I never thought that I would do this. It's been a whole year. I never spent the whole year with God. And just doing this whole year, I just watched so much transform in me. Before anything, like, I didn't really see my circumstances change. But He did such a great work in me. Like, all I can do is just shout to the mountaintop. You know, it's like when I'm sad, it's raining, and when I'm happy, it look like what it looked like today. You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I'm not sorry for crying. I cannot explain this joy that I feel from the change. This joy I feel from tapping into my feelings so much. I've done it all my life since I was a kid. That's all I had. And I'm so glad to be so in tune with my emotions. Is so much easier to deal with people. God gets the glory in your life, whether good or bad is happening. I mean, even when the bad stuff happening, still praise God. Give Him thanks. Give gratitude. You gotta give God gratitude.
But the food you eat, the bed you lay in, even if you ain't got no home, the fact that you got breath, give God gratitude. Sometimes you may be where you didn't ask, where you don't want to be, but you were there. Make the most of it. Oh, let me clear up my tears, y'all. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. The serenity prayer. I remember going to meetings with my mother, and they used to say the serenity prayer, and I said, here's so much that I learned it. And it does not apply to just addicts, it applies to us all. I had to accept things that I could not change on my own. And I gave up. I just gave it to God because it was just weighing on me. I felt like I was dying inside and nobody could save me. Nobody could. Like, people would see me smiling and acting like everything okay because I could hide it real well. When I got by myself, the torture, the mental torture, man. God is sovereign. To God be the glory. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I used to be. But I'm here right where I need to be, healing and embracing all that comes with healing. It's okay to remember so that you don't forget where you came from. There's nothing wrong with remembering. You're going to remember what people done. You're going to remember how they made you feel. It's natural. It is natural. What was done may have been done to you by them, but for you, so that God gets His glory. His glory shines through you. Accepting the done to, but for you, isn't easy. This is the part where, let me stay still. This is the part where it builds character and strength. The self-love journey comes with unexplained emotions. Just embrace it. There's beauty in the lesson. It's beauty in the storms. You know, I'm now 32 minutes into this video, and now I don't care how many times I gotta cry to then get on these videos and just share. You know, I'm learning the verses. I'm learning to hear God's voice. You know, I'm not that person that be up in church shouting high and mighty, because the way that I see God is further than what we've been taught. The information He gives me, all the downloads I get about the truth. You know, I've been afraid a little bit to share what I really know, thinking that people wouldn't believe me, but I know it's people out there that share the same thoughts and get the same information in their own way from God. But I'm not here to preach the people telling you what to believe and what to do. All I can do is preach to you about, I keep saying preach. All I can do is talk to you about how God is moving in my life. You know, and there are people that do know me that see it. They see it, but they won't say it. Shoot. But I'm in a place where I don't need anybody to see anything. I don't need anybody to do anything. The Lord always will put people in the place to help me when I need my help. The Lord will always put me in places to help other people when they need help. You know, I just really thank you all for listening. And I hope that you got something out of this message. You know, get in touch with your feelings. Getting in touch with your feelings means that even if it's noise all around you, when you're taking your shower or your bath, sit in there a little longer, but don't turn no music on. Don't turn your phone on. Get off your phones. If you're not in your phones or whatever, learning something or doing anything of any value to help you and aid you in your life, then get off of it. Because, I mean, we live in a world of technology. I be on my phone just like I'm in my phone now. But I don't be on my phone looking at foolishness. It's always something to learn. Embrace your feelings, y'all. Feel. Stop letting people tell you not to feel. Certain somebody tell, oh, you're being what is it called? Sensitive. As soon as somebody stay the fuck away. I meant what I just said. Stay the fuck away from that person that is telling you you're too sensitive or not to feel. Or you always crying, you always... Those people ain't for you. And I meant what I just said, and I won't take that back. I'm saying that for you who can't even stand up for yourself in this moment. Now, I know I said I was trying not to cuss, but when I say stuff like that, I mean it. Because I am not playing with people in these days. These times are real, and what's happening, people don't even see what the heck is really going on. They're in denial, or even if they ain't in denial, they just can't see. And I'm trying to enlighten some of y'all. Get in touch with those feelings. Those feelings are real. But don't be out here acting upon your anger. That's foolish. Only a foolish person would do something while they angry. Allow yourself to be angry, but don't move. You got to be able to feel your anger and don't do anything. Vengeance is the Lord's. Don't go seeking no vengeance, y'all. Man, this video, because I don't make these videos with no intros, none of that old extra stuff. This ain't no TV show. This is just one being here on this earth that is wholeheartedly sharing their experience, hoping that it opens some doors to somebody, hoping that it opens somebody's eyes. And I pray that it will, and I know that it will, because the Lord has told me so. Peace and blessings, beautiful souls. Again, my name is Soul Leader. My channel, The Soul Leader. It's funny. But I pray that you all have a blessed day, and I pray that you have gained something from this other than hearing my personal life. Peace and blessings. May the Lord be with you.